Trick or treat. Sometimes you just want a little horror treat, and I've got a tasty one for you. I'm Adam Scott, and this is Silver Chains. As tastes and sensibilities change, horror fads and trends come and go, but the tried and true haunted house never goes out of style. Silver Chains embraces the setting in this first-person horror game, trapping you in a big old house filled with ghosts, demons, and dolls. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's a horror staple for a reason, and Silver Chains is surprisingly effective, considering its small team and budget. Developed by crackheads. No, seriously, that's the name of the company, and released for last and current-gen PlayStation and Xbox consoles, PC, and Switch in 2019. In classic horror tradition, the game opens on a dark and stormy night. You play as Peter, driving along a wet and winding road, when suddenly you lose control and crash into a tree. Finding yourself alone in the British countryside, you head toward a creepy old manor. As you approach, you see a shadowy silhouette watching you from the second-floor window. Just then, you're knocked out. No. When you come to, you've been brought into a room inside, but no one's in sight. Something is very wrong here. As you explore the giant and twisting halls and rooms of the manor, you realize you're not alone. Someone or something is stalking you. It's a solid if pretty standard setup to this haunted house game. The narrative is told through some great cutscenes, the various documents left strewn around the house, and through fantastic environmental storytelling as you explore. You'll explore the seemingly abandoned mansion, finding keys and completing puzzles to progress. It's a lot of fun tiptoeing around every corner, exploring the rooms for clues, reading the diary entries, and figuring out how to use the various objects to unblock your path, all while wondering, wait, did I just see that? In the beginning, the game's fairly linear, funneling you through the house. However, exploration opens up more and more as you unlock new pathways. There are consistent clues about what to do next, and often the apparitions act as guides. The puzzles are engaging, and while they may take some thought to figure out, they'll never stump you for too long. It's more about immersing you in the atmosphere than trying to challenge you. Things like piecing together a torn-up photograph, grabbing a key that's just out of reach, or seeing the standard combination lock from a new perspective pepper the experience as you snake your way through the decaying hallways. The controls work well, and the UI is clean with easy access to clues and journal entries. At times, a terrifying, imposing figure called Mother stalks the hallways of the house hunting you. You have no means to defend yourself, so you'll have to run and hide until she leaves. If she catches you, that's it, you're dead. Early on, you'll find a lantern that will help you see in the dark, but makes you easier for others to see. Eventually, you'll get a monocle that looks almost like a UV light, revealing otherwise hidden secrets for helping you solve puzzles or show you where to go. I have to say, for a low-budget game, the overall presentation was great. If you didn't know better, you might think you were looking at a bigger budget game. For the most part. Textures, lighting, shadows, detail, it's all there in full glory and looking absolutely brilliant throughout. Creeping down the long corridors lit only by your lantern, peering into the dark rooms, each one is very well crafted and carefully designed, giving those perfect haunted house vibes I was hoping for. There are some cutscenes and a few areas of the house and grounds that don't hold up to the otherwise great quality throughout. The characters don't fare nearly as well and are the biggest disappointment visually, definitely showing the limited budget. Most sort of look like puppets with unnatural movement and plastic skin, which is ironic considering the best looking character is actually a puppet. Now the worst offender is Mother. The gangly and twisted design has a lot of potential for real fear, but if you get a good look at her, she's scary in all the wrong ways. Much like your mom, she's hideously basic, with rough details and clunky animations. Thankfully, you'll rarely get a good look since you're usually running in the opposite direction. The quality of the audio design, on the other hand, is consistently amazing. Walking through the darkened halls, wind howling outside, your footsteps echo throughout the cavernous building filled with creaks and groans. when you stop to look at something and continue to hear footsteps behind you, it's awesome. It's super effective and paints a picture in your mind that visuals alone could never do. Even little touches like changing how footsteps sound on dirty carpet versus hardwood floor adds to the immersion. I was really impressed by just how rich the soundscape was. While brief and rare, there's some music that plays to heighten particularly important or frantic scenes, making their use more poignant, and I personally loved the Silver Chains theme song. There's even some decent voice acting with Christian Seratiello playing Peter. It's a rarity to have quality voice acting in low-budget games.
Where am I? I'm so close. Maybe there's someone who can help me.
For the first few moments, Silver Chains builds a really solid horror atmosphere. After this first jump scare, I felt like the whole mansion woke up, with something waiting to scare me around every corner. Those first few big scares got me good. Eventually, the game is absolutely riddled with jump scares. It's a bit disappointing that the game relies so heavily on this type of cheap scare tactic when there's a clear ability to develop deeper, more psychological horror. Editing this down to just a few well-placed jump scares would have punched up their impact, benefiting the overall tone of the game. As I mentioned, this is more of a snack than a full horror meal, making completion pretty fast and simple. You'll need to find all of the diary entries, interact with everything, and complete all puzzles. There's a trophy for getting caught by Mother, and one for never getting caught. Now you can cheat this a bit with saves, but I played through twice and it only took me about 3 hours total. Silver Chains delivers a few hours of chills in a familiar haunted house setting. The character designs can look pretty rough at times, and there's an over-reliance on jump scares, especially in the second half. However, Silver Chains had more hits than misses, with good storytelling, a great atmosphere, fun puzzles, and some genuine scares. If you're looking for a light horror treat, you should take a bite out of Silver Chains. Okay, you've heard my take on Silver Chains. If you liked the video, hit like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want another game that you haven't played, check out my video right here. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.